What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another episode, of WWE's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is going to be a bit unusual than normal because, as you guys are well aware, or if you guys did not watch SmackDown this past Friday, it has been made official. Instead of having a tag team title unification match, it'll be RK Bro and Drew McIntyre against the Bloodline. And with that being said, the question now becomes, should the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles be unified? That is the question we're going to answer in this episode. Should the tag team titles be unified like they were before? And you guys are wondering, you guys are probably wondering, what do you mean by before? What's going on? So back in 2009. WWE decided to unify both the WWE tag team titles and the World Tag Team titles. And the World Tag Team titles was had a sort of an interesting look to it, because the globe on the front of the titles was red, signifying the blue, the Raw brand, while the WWE Tag Team titles signified had the blue color signifying SmackDown. I have to admit, it was rather interesting, to say the very least. The World Tag Team titles, you guys know, have been around for years. And if you guys, also, before I continue, if you guys hear music in the background, I've got the main theme of Twilight Princess. No copyrights. You guys know how it works with the algorithm. You guys know what's up. But anyway, they have been around. The World Tag Team titles have been around for decades. But the WWE Tag Team titles came around in 2002. Yeah, like right around 2002, when the team of Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit became the inaugural tag team champions, and since then there have been a plethora of tag teams who had won the titles, such as Edge and Rey Mysterio, Batista and Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero, Mercury Nitro Molina, known as Eminem, Deuce and Domino, Paul London and Brian Kendrick, and even also DX, or rather, I would say DX, but not really. Miz and Morrison, Primo and Epico, they became the WWE Tag Team Champions until WrestleMania 25, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, where the dark match was Primo and Carlito. I am losing it right now. Primo and Carlito as the WWE Tag Team Champions, and then Miz and Morrison as the World Tag Team Champions. Primo and Carlito ended up unifying the tag team titles, thus creating like one title, if you will, which eventually was won by Edge and Jericho, who because of Edge's injury, Jericho had no partner, so he ended up having Big Show, which was then won by DX, and then by the time the Hart Dynasty became champions, WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart, ended up showing off the tag team titles, which the design is basically the exact same as the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles that we have now, but the plates were more of a bronze color, and the leather itself was black. the leather was black. So it was a unique color combination, to say the very least. But that was what we had from that point up until the 2016 draft, when it was like I think it was like at Backlash for SmackDown. We had the SmackDown tag team titles. Thus we end up having 2 tag team titles. And if you guys are wondering who exactly who became the first ever tag team champions, it ended up being the team of Heath Slater and Rhino, who held the titles for 83 days. In fact, I think the longest reign, I think the top 5 longest reigns for tag team titles will have to be the Usos' first run as SmackDown Tag Team Champions of 123 days. The Usos again at 182 days. The Bludgeon Brothers, which was Harper and Rowan, of 135 days. And then of course the New Day with 110 days. And then currently right now the Usos have held the titles for 287 days. 287 days, which is impeccable. I don't think there will ever be a team like the Usos, in my honest opinion. But if you look at the Raw tag team titles, if you look at exactly who's been champion before, currently right now, RK Bro has held their second titles for 55 days. And I believe the longest run their longest run hang on guys, let me see. Currently, right now, the longest run of the current era is actually RK Bro's initial run, which was 142 days. And then, of course, AJ Styles and Omos held the titles for 132 days as well. The second, I think the longest run of the Raw Tag Team titles that wasn't the New Day were actually the Street Profits. Or actually the Street Profits of 223 days, which is impressive. But if you look at also, if you also look at if you look at the New Day's record, their second run as tag team champions was 483 days, which is impressive. But think about this. Think about some of the different tag teams that we have on Raw and SmackDown right now. You've got let's see. You've got Angel and Umberto. You've got, hang on guys, gotta scroll back up. Go to Raw. So if you look at the Raw tag teams that they have currently, you got the Street Profits, Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. You've got the Alpha Academy. You got the Hurt Business. You got Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Edge. You got the Dirty Dogs. You've got the Mysterios. You have. I think those are the only ones. Aside from RK Bro, yeah, I think those are the only tag teams eligible on the roster. Yeah, and if you look at SmackDown's teams, you've got tag teams like the New Day, Angel and Umberto. You got Fight Night, Butch, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland, which technically, if they were to win, if they became the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, they can use the Freebird rule, and any two members can defend the titles, which is awesome. You've got the Viking Raiders. You've got the team of Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. You guys are wondering who the fuck I'm talking about. Let me bring it back to NXT. Marcel Barthel. Let's just keep it there. Keep it at that. You've got New Day. You got Jinder Mahal and Shanky. You have, as well, of supposedly this new faction that's going to be going on SmackDown. Involving Mansoor, Mace, and LA Knight. You also have Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura, which Boogs is still out with his knee injury. So any of those teams can beat RK Bro or the Usos to win the Raw or SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But the question becomes, should the tag team titles be unified once again? No. I'm seeing it. Sorry guys, I had to adjust my camera here a bit. Anyway, as I was saying, no, I do not think the titles should be unified, and here's the reason. The last time the titles were unified, the idea of the tag team titles being unified was a good idea, but by the time the brand split came to pass with the 2016 draft, it all went down. It all went downhill. The New Day's run as tag team champions became a little lackluster, and not only that, but when Sheamus and Cesaro, known as the Bar, won the titles off, took the titles off of New Day, their run as tag team champions just went even more downhill than the New Day's run. And right now, the only tag team that has currently made the Raw tag team titles mean something again is RK Bro, because of the fact that Riddle was once a tag team champion in NXT alongside Butch, or I guess Pete Dunne for that matter, forming the Broserweights when they had won the I believe the 2020 Dusty Cup. I believe so. I believe it was the 2020 Dusty Cup. I'll have to look back on my book here because I think it was. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yep, I was right. Pete Dunne and Riddle, the Broserweights, took the titles off of the Undisputed Era to win the titles, only for them to have lost it to Imperium because of the pandemic. So for Riddle to rejuvenate Randy Orton's love for the business, made Orton realize I made the right choice. I made the right choice of picking Riddle as my tag team partner, as my pupil, and not only that, but they're learning so much from one another. They're making the Raw tag team titles mean something, whereas opposed to the SmackDown tag team titles, don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. The Usos, the longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions of the last 20 years is impressive. I will give them that. I will give them that. But the fact that... But here's the one thing that boggles my mind. The one thing that boggles my mind is the fact that... Is the fact that there's one of the team that they need to surpass in order to truly become the longest reigning tag team champions ever in SmackDown history. That being Paul London and Brian Kendrick, because keep in mind, they held the titles for almost a year. 333 days, which is impressive. 287 days for the Usos is even more impressive. But if they can somehow surpass London and Kendrick, which is not far off, then they will truly go down in history as one of the greatest tag teams of all time, hands down. But you also have as well, tag teams like Miz and Morrison, Carlito and Primo, who all became, who became tag team champions for quite a while. So by that logic, the Usos are not the greatest tag team of all time. They need to surpass London and Kendrick's reign in order to become exactly that. So then the question becomes, should the tag team titles be united? Again, no, because if they were to unify the tag team titles, then this whole brand split thing was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. I mean, the two world titles, I can sort of understand it. But I think those two titles need to be split as well, which I will be talking about that possibly on next week's episode. I'll have to think about that, but with the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles attempting to be unified, the only thing that matters is the fact the only good thing that comes out of this is the fact that, well, there's one champion. The bad part, the entire roster will be gunning for your ass. So why? And plus too, think of the ratings. The ratings for Raw have actually skyrocketed just a little bit with RK Bro as the Raw Tag Team Champions. With the Usos as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the SmackDown's ratings have skyrocketed to heights we never thought possible. And it wasn't because of Roman Reigns showing up every single week like he's done for years. No. It's the fact that the Usos show up and they prove to the world why they deserve to be SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Why they deserve to hold on to the titles for the length of time that they've had. So if you think about it, why risk the ratings going down when you can keep the tag team titles where they are and the ratings will go up to heights you never thought possible? So again, the question becomes, should the tag team titles be unified? No. It's just that simple. But that brings me to the question of the day. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the tag team titles should be unified? Let me know down in the comments. And also why. Explain why. Let me know down in the comments. And that will do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to see more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And as always, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. All the links will be in the description below. And as always, if you guys have any fan mail that you guys want to send me and you guys want me to open it up on the channel, all of the info will be down in the description as well. And on that, This is your boy Nash, signing out.